And now, it's time for another Dice Tower review with Tom Vasel.
Hey folks, I'm Tom Vasel. Today we're taking a look at Conflicting Legends. Conflicting Legends, it says here in the back of the box, is an epic war of rock, paper, scissors, in which the fate of the world lies in your hand. You're making civilizations and blah, blah, blah. It's determined by rock, paper, scissors. Rock, paper, scissors is indeed a hefty part of this game. It's not all rock, paper, scissors. There's some resource collection, set collection type stuff in it. But it's playing cards. It's kind of like mixing rock, paper, scissors with some take that. Let me show you. At the beginning of the game, each person gets one of the realms in front of them. So let's say I get Oceania, just randomly put in front of me. You're also going to get one military, one science, and one culture. Then players are going to be drawing from this deck here. You're going to have these cards in your hand. So you're going to start with 6 cards, which is also your hand limit. And then players are going to start taking turns. One of the things you can do in your turn is pass, and after everyone has passed, then you will draw some more cards and you will start up another round. Now, what are you going to do? On your turn, one of the things you can do is you can play a character in front of you. When you play a character, like for example here, I can put out Wilbur, or I can put out Albert Einstein. And so when I put these cards out, I'm putting them out for 2 different reasons. One, because once everyone's passed, this card is going to give me one resource of that type. So this one here would give me 1 science between rounds. In fact, the subject has nothing special about a subject, but when you play it out, you're going to be able to take 1 resource of your choice. So suspects are good. Constantine the Great here would give me basically an attack each turn. Now, when you play a card, you can perform an action as soon as you play the card. So if I play Wilbur, I could immediately pay a science to gain a conflict. And if an opponent had Orville in play, I could take Orville and put him in front of me. Albert Einstein, I could pay 2 science to gain the top card of the realm deck and put it face up in front of you if I had it, which I don't. Constantine allows you to attack another player. Now, attacking, when you play this card, is almost always going to be rock, paper, scissors. You both play it, but it says for this turn, each time your opponent throws scissors and they have a persona card in play, choose one and add it in front of you. So I'm like, okay, we're going to play rock, paper, scissors, but if you play scissors, I'm going to be able to steal one of your personas. So you're pretty sure I'm going to play paper because that paper will beat what you have. However, I know that, and so on and so forth. So that's one of the things you can do is play a card. Another thing you can do is you can conquer the top card of this deck here. You're simply going to need that much attack. In this case, it's 3. I can't do that, but if I did have 3 attack, I could spend it and conquer Asia. You can also construct or develop one of the cards in front of you. It's going to cost either 2 science or 2 culture for this one. Asia's 4 and 4. You flip it over to the other side. There are stars on the different sides. These stars are victory points. The first person to get to 10 victory points is going to win. However, blacks are negative, so right now I would have 3 victory points. An alternate way to win is if you have all 6 continents in play, whether they're on the black side up or the gold star side up, you can win that way too. So let me say my negative stuff first about components are these tokens here. This is crazy to me. There are so many 5s and 10s included in this box. You will almost never use them because as soon as you have 3 or 4 or 5 of a token, you're going to spend it to conquer something or flip them over. And 10s, and there's so many of these 5s and 10s that you actually have to hunt through to find the 1s. We got to the point where we just said the 5s and 10s, they were just all 1s. They were all 1s, and that made it a little bit easier. There's a lot of cards in the game, a lot of different characters, so I thought I would go through and show them. There's a lot of attacking characters, like here if you lose, you may ask to play against this guy's a best out of 3 when attacking. Here you play rock, paper, scissors with both hands. And there's Orville, you saw different people, Caesar, this guy. Some of them when they're discarded, something will happen from your hand. Napoleon, Socrates, or Socrates, Augustus, Beethoven, Columbus, Aristotle, Alexander the Great, Galileo Galilei, Confucius, oops, there's South America in there, Lazo, Moses, Plato, Jesus, Johann Gutenberg, and William Shakespeare. So you can see the artwork on these looks kind of like a deck of cards almost. But it works easily. It's easy to tell what they do. You have to read here, but after a while, I play Charles the Great and be like, oh, he's the best 2 out of 3 guy. Or Genghis Khan's like, oh, we're playing with both hands. You'll figure that out because there's not really that many cards in the deck. Well, there you have it. Conflicting Legends. It is a very intriguing game. At first, it feels kind of like a take-that game, and it is, right? I play this card. I hit your card. I do this. I attack you. But you're not necessarily attacking someone to weaken them. In this game, you're attacking someone to win. And the number of lands that are out there aren't getting destroyed, so there's more and more coming out. If you attack the deck fast enough, you might be able to get 6 different lands and win that way, or you might get 10 stars. At first, it feels like the 6 different lands is easier. But getting the stars, it pans out in the end. It's kind of fair. And like I said, as you learn more and more what cards exist, you want to play them in the right order. It has an interesting thing if you play a card for its special effect, but you're also playing a card because every time people pass, you're going to get those resources, and you need to build up those resources to win. And then, of course, there's the rock, paper, scissors part of it, where you are literally playing rock, paper, scissors with some weird rule thrown in, usually benefiting the attacker. And that sort of thing is fun because, like the one I showed you where, okay, if you throw scissors, I'm going to steal one of your people. Oh, great. Okay, so I'm not going to throw scissors. You'll steal my person. But wait, you're probably going to throw paper knowing I won't throw scissors. So I'm going to play the scissors. You can steal my person, but then I'm going to win and you're not going to conquer my land. And it's that kind of double think stuff that kind of grows and expands. I'm not sure this game is a great one. When I was playing it multiple times, the other players like, yeah, it feels pretty much like the first one. It's amusing, and the game might be slightly longer than it should be. But it's a good production. It looks good, except for the counters. But other than that, the thing looks good, and it took rock, paper, scissors to a place I hadn't seen it done yet. So if you think that's interesting, I think some people are going to like it. I didn't, you know what? I haven't played this with anyone who didn't like the game. Everyone liked it, but I'm not sure anyone was sitting around going, let's try it again either. Anyhow, that is Conflicting Legends. Dice Tower Judgment, an amusing way to play rock, paper, scissors.
Thanks so much for watching the Dice Tower videos. Find more great videos and reviews, as well as our top-rated audio podcast at Dicetower.com. You can also find other great shows at Dicetowernetwork.com. I'm Eric Summerer, and you've been watching The Dice Tower. The Dice Tower is sponsored by Cool Stuff Inc., where you can find great games for great prices. Cool stuff in stock. Check them out at CoolStuffInc.com.
Shut the door!